And we're live.
Okay. Recap. Well, I can do one since I was a big part of it last time. So,
Thanks.
welcome to Dark Eye Orkland campaign part 11. So last time, well, it started with Gruff and Borkai going after Ulrich, the stable boy from the fleeing fox, because he was accused of having to have stole 50 ducats from his patron. So we got after him, and we got ourselves to the next tavern along the way. Don't remember the name, but the lady tending the place told me that she didn't saw Ulrich. But a short while after, we were in the stables, and Karina, the stable girl, was hiding Ulrich. So we took him off from a haystack, and he told us that he never stole the money. So, having dealt with that, we brought him back to the fleeing fox. While Gruff and Borkai returned, Gruff saw the rest of the party going in the woods, so he decided to follow them, only to find the scene of the battles they had against orcs. So, trying to interrogate the orcs told us nothing about their camp. So Hook took the pleasure to finish the orcs because he wanted to finish with them. And after feeling griefs for what we have done, well, some of us, we got back to the Fleeing Fox, discovering that the patron of the Fleeing Fox, I don't remember his name.
Ulrich.
Okay, that man, said to us that finally Ulrich never stole the 50 ducats. It was a story he set up because he didn't want to lose his stable boy. So, feeling bad about it, he had some kind of a heart failure. Well, we know about that. I don't know about our character, if they know about.
Well, maybe he was hit by, I don't know, in German you say stroke.
Yes, stroke.
No, it would translate to stroke, yeah.
So, okay.
Or maybe that. Something like that.
Okay, so, well, there was mixed feeling in the groups. Hook was very happy of the outcome. Probably Kandar, we don't know. But Maven did feel very bad about it. And yeah, the mood was strange. And Ulrich didn't know what to do with his future because we figured out that he wanted to go with Karina. So, so that's where we are in the Fleeing Fox after that hard and long day that we had just before.
One more time to clarification that the others actually went into the orc encampment, or did they just?
No. It was just the
just the orcs. Yeah, where I was. Yeah.
Yeah. And we just basically had the aftermath of that. And
Okay.
So if we are the next day, I thought that Gruff woke up early in the morning, looked at the roof at the Fleeing Fox, and thought that there was something wrong with the roof and maybe it needed some repairs. So just to make a change before everyone is ready, got on the top, find some tools, woke up Ook to help him, and began to repair something on the roof. So I'm hitting the hammer on the roof to wake up everyone.
Why should we do something for their roof? It's their roof, not ours.
Well, it's because I used to do those things before, and just I don't want to my stuff is ready, so I want to do something with my hands before going.
Does it have to be something so loud? Christ. I mean, by Rondra or something, I don't know.
Don't worry, it's just a small hole. some plates to replace.
Out of character, I was thinking about, because you cannot say Christ, right? Because
Yeah.
so I was thinking about a god, and I almost said crumb. So whatever. Sorry.
Maybe by the 12 or something.
Yes. That's why I said like Rondra or whatever. So.
Yeah.
Out of character, I remember we were talking about using the thumb to scare off the orcs. I'm not sure if that was...
It as a intimidation tool.
Yeah, so Ux will at least hand you tools if you're up on the roof, but he won't do much more. He will put his breakfast near and just be a light assistant to you, a bit grumbly.
I thought you would enjoy it more to repair something. Dwarves like to work with their hands.
If I wanted to be, if I wanted to do something with my hands other than fighting, I would still be home in Angbar.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Next time I'll bother someone else. And continue to hit the hammer on the roof. Tack, tack.
Hopefully it's not
Yeah.
thatched or
So-
thatched, and it actually uses nails.
Well, it helps me concentrate. Do that, the sound of a hammer. It makes me focus.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'll probably wake up from the racket and just decide to go down and get some tea for early morning time.
Yeah, Ulrich will be up and we'll have the kitchen started up. I think you already had one for each, didn't you?
That
Yeah,
was yesterday. I didn't know if we got another one for sleeping overnight.
No, you just get one for sleeping
Oh.
generally.
I have a question. I lost 1 hit point last time, so.
Oh,
I think,
okay.
Yeah, I should
Yeah,
got
no,
it back, right?
you will have the one. You will definitely have got
'Cause even
back.
if I roll a 1, I'll get it back.
Yep. Okay. So slowly the house wakes.
Slowly. Tack, tack.
Yeah, maybe in some cases a bit faster.
I imagine the hammer hitting and the Kandar swearing. Everyone is up.
Probably. And in the long run, most people will gather in the inn part, in the tavern part.
Keep some
After
bread
a
for
few
me.
moments, you hear very loud flute playing coming out of Mavon's room.
I scream, okay, can you keep me some bread? I will be there in maybe an hour.
Okay. I will hide something. And with that, Gruff walks off. Not Gruff. Oops.
Right.
Sorry. Impromptu jam session breaks out. With a rhythm instrument and the flute.
So
Okay.
what is the further plan, so to speak?
Oh,
I ask. I'm guessing we're already having breakfast or something.
Yeah, people gather in the tavern and start to have breakfast.
I look out and like, wow, did we have to do it so early?
That's role playing.
It's more like LOL playing.
Any case. Oh, I just say. Um,
After some time, Avon comes down too.
yeah, it's hard to concentrate on the conversation. He's
I go up to Gruff and I tell him, it's good. You can stop now.
No, I need to finish those plates.
It's fine. Come on, man. Come down. Let's have some breakfast. Let's talk about the plan.
Okay, I put my stuff down and I go rejoin the others.
The roof is not going to run away. You can still fix it later.
Oh, and I'll do because I will have the feeling of not a good job finished.
Right. Okay. Let's just go.
We basically do what Borkai said yesterday. We go up there, we try and we bring the thumb. Borkai said that they'd be trying to choose the leader this morning if they found the dead bodies. So we go in there, we attempt to parlay.
Once no old leader dead.
Well, it might take them a while to find the bodies.
Do we know more how many there are in the encampment, or are we still not sure?
About the same, except there were women and children in the houses.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Possibly women.
Most likely. Seems like it was more of a settlement than anything from what Borkai was saying, just from the description though, which could be somewhat misleading.
Probably the Yurach outcast.
Yeah.
Okay, and we go there, say what?
Well, we parlay. We bring the knives and stuff as trade, and explain the situation. Make sure we don't look weak in the process, and if push comes to shove, that's what happens. If not, they probably won't be up in arms. It looks like a very Borkai, how well equipped are the outcasts usually in your eye?
Depends. In Orkland, we buy either from human or from tribe living in mountains. They have tools, but Yurach only have what they can steal.
So we're better equipped.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
They might have been lucky. I'd say it sounds like a sound plan. We should give it a shot.
One thing to note, when Oaksh and I scouted the camp, everyone else was working, so they might not have just been wearing their armor and having their weapons with them.
Yeah, but when they came in, they would have their armor on too. I mean, it would just be more than just the leader.
The others did have some form of armor on.
Yeah, mostly leather.
Yeah.
I think we could take them either way. I don't think that this is a fully equipped dwarven squad or even army or squad or anything like that. This is like outcasts, really. If this would be like fully, and this would be a fully prepared and trained orc army, we would have a huge problem. But this is different.
Okay. I have a question. we could intimidate them with the thumb and do something about it right now. But we will be gone by tomorrow at least. So what will happen next? We won't be there to show our forces. We won't be there to show. They will come back and they will see that we were
Well,
just there.
well, it could give the residents here time to get out of this place, because honestly, this is not our mission here. Our mission is to go further in and do our mission. This is not what we're here to come from. So we cannot really, honestly, and I know it sounds harsh, but we cannot waste too much time here. We're not, really people of the law necessarily, So at best we could either, once we go back, tell it to the hetman and he could send a garrison of some sort. But we cannot just stay here and we would have to technically settle down here or something, and I'm not ready to do that.
Yeah, maybe in Fex Scare we could do something saying that the fleeing fox may be in trouble of some kind, and maybe they will do something. I don't know.
It's the best that we can hope for, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, would you know anything about Fex Care out of your character? Would he know anything about Fex Care? It's just from being a Thorwallian, since it is a Thorwallian city.
It's not really a Thorwallian city.
Oh.
But maybe Fex Scare may be concerned with the fact that they need those inns along the way to their city. If one of their inns is closed because the people have fled, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's necessary for them to have that in order to have travelers coming to their city. I don't know.
Well, one way or the other, Kandar is right. We do. This is really not what we need to do. I'm willing to stay here long enough for the innkeeper to recover, but beyond that, we need to move.
Yeah, well, I agree.
They could, of course, come with us to Fex Care, and we could escort them there.
Oh, no problems.
True.
If they care to come.
Would they slow us down, though?
Not any more than waiting for him to recover would.
Yeah, and the man, the tender of the place may have better care in the city than here.
Well, we'll see what they have to say about that. I think they'll be fine so long as they keep having their money anyway. We've only killed 3 of the orcs.
Yeah, I think we are thinking too much.
I think we should be doing more than talking right now. We have a plan. We should try to intimidate
Shall we
them.
use?
Well, I think we should try to intimidate them.
Try to intimidate them.
Sorry, Tim.
You're breaking up, Tim.
No, I was saying the exact same thing. Should we be off then to try to intimidate them off?
I'm for. I'm a man of action. I'm not a man of sitting around and overthinking problems. That's for the scholars to do. No offense.
Well, there's nothing wrong with scholars.
No, it's just I'm not one.
Me neither.
That was more in response to the no offense.
Right.
Yeah, we can discuss the rest of this when we get back. We'll have better knowledge of what's going on afterwards.
And we have a schedule for a mission.
And we have 7 people, so 7 people against, I'm guessing, 10 left.
7 well-armed and well-trained people against most likely 10 not as well-armed and not as well-trained. And we have also magic on our side, so I think we are holding the cards here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will be very little assistance in that card. I nearly overexpended myself against the orcs.
Well, but, you know.
Yeah.
I will have some minor abilities.
I think even one spell might intimidate them enough.
Very true.
So I get the thumb, and, you know, well, as he said, you know, we've already got our plans. Let's get going.
Okay, I prepare my bow, put an arrow in it. I'm ready to shoot. Well, when we'll get there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't pull out my axe now because I can pull it out at any time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's no.
It's a good hour's hike.
Yeah.
Oh, I also gather the cutlery and stuff as trading in case to try and do what as a gift.
Okay.
I asked Borkai, Borkai, you think a gift might help soften it?
With Yura, they take what they get, but I think they're not worth. Use later.
We could give it to them as we throw it in their backs.
Well, these are kitchen knives and stuff. Well,
If it's sharp enough.
Yeah.
Better use when we are deeper in Orkland.
Probably
good.
true.
Yeah, let's not waste all our energy here. It's just a
All
teaser
right.
of what's
Let's be
coming.
Out of character, this is just a side quest, folks.
Yeah, I know, but
Yes, let's be off.
I didn't say that obviously. I'm just...
Well, any case, we're moving out, and
yeah.
Okay.
at least I. Hey,
So,
if everyone else
gather.
doesn't want to, I'm gonna be pretty out. Huh?
People gear up and gather behind the house. And you're ready to go. So, do you want to take any special route or go directly there?
Direct. That I suggest.
I'm going directly, obviously. I'm following Gruff since he's the most skilled in moving through the woods and through land.
I never been there, so I take some
True.
from Maven. You were there, I think, Kandar.
Oh yeah, I was there too.
Okay.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Let's please stay together.
We are together.
Go direct too, but before we get there, I'm going to check where they've hid the bodies to see if they're still there, or if someone already.
Well, when after half the time, you come across the place where you've hid the bodies, but at least one of them has been pulled out of the bushes by animals, and it seems like he was chewed upon.
Okay. Animals work, so they might not even know they're dead. Well, probably still do.
We could chop off their heads. That would be intimidating. It's heavier to carry, but
I'm not going to carry around a head during battle. I don't really have a place on my belt for it.
Well,
You could just carry it on the hair. Or maybe just the scalp.
If I could use it as an extra parrying dagger. And then
Okay, I go up to the most ugliest, most intimidating orc. The one, if I can find the one that I killed.
Yeah.
And I chop off his head.
Okay.
And I just like, it's got hair, right? Like, I'm guessing long hair.
Yeah, he is hair.
So I just kind of hold it there, and I just hold it like there, and I'm gonna like throw it at them to intimidate them. So I could use it as a clumsy throwing weapon, or even a flail.
I kind of look at you a little like, what? I do mention that, these orcs did actually seem to care about each other when we... You remember that, don't you?
Aren't we trying to intimidate them? What is... showing the thumb...
Yeah, it's actually... who's actually carrying the thumb? That's a good idea. That's a good question.
I thought you were carrying it since you were given it.
I went ahead and carried the thumb.
What's more intimidating, a thumb or a head?
But both.
A giant. And I start poking at you with it.
I won't bring this head if you others don't want it. I won't, but we gotta decide now. It's just an idea I have.
Well, the head is chopped off, so why not bring it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Otherwise, it's just overkill for nothing, so bring the head.
Yeah.
Well, let's get going. Do as you wish.
Okay.
I don't really know the situation. I don't really know orcs well enough to know how that's actually going to go down. But so I'm leaving it up.
Well, we'll test we'll test it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you make your way through the forest for another half an hour. Before, again, you start to recognize the area where you encountered the cow that they had flocked here. And you start to hear voices from the presumed position of the encampment.
Well, let's go right there. What do you say?
Wait
Yeah.
a moment. I made a map.
I have my saber by my side, but it's up enough to where I, where I have pretty quick access to it.
Okay, so yeah, here we have the encampment.
Okay.
Just a few shags, couple of people running around, between them tending a small garden, and a couple of cows and goats that are flocked at various positions.
Okay. So let's go then.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
I think the one with the head and you and the one with the thumb should go first.
With the body parts.
Yeah, the one with the body parts.
I stay near the back because I don't want to antagonize them with an elf presence.
Well,
Well-
if you don't antagonize them with the head, I don't think the elf will make. Well, who knows? Probably a good idea.
Well,
Before
with this,
we go, I turn around to Ooch, or the dwarf.
Yeah?
He's doing it, right? Yeah, I say, why don't you load a bolt now?
I'm already at it. Way ahead of you.
Don't fire right away. Wait until something bad happens, but yeah.
Okay. I'll take a shot at the one who's closest to you if anything happens.
Uh, well, thank you very much, Ooch.
okay. If Uksh is going, let's say, left from Marvio, I go on the opposite side, by the right. Approximately the same distance to cover, you know, to have an angle with the Uksh.
Okay, so let's say you come from here, and here we have Oaksh.
Okay, so I will be, near the big tree, the other big tree. Yeah,
I mean,
I can show it with my.
he will be rough
Yeah,
there.
and Marvio in the between us.
Yeah.
I'm standing next to Marvio since Marvio is the one with the thumb. Well, with the other thumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And
the
the
hard area.
Konda, yeah, and the rest will stand here behind the tree and wait for their signs. Or rather, for something to go down. Just so that they can be seen, but not too good.
I'm carrying the thumb like almost like it's a book up against my chest, you know.
Okay.
And I approach them, and or I approach the camp about where I am there, and first I observe and see what everyone's doing.
As you come out of the woods, at first you aren't really noticed, and people seem to be still doing their business. But then people start pointing at you. A couple of them seem to be running to houses and come out with some sort of blade or a spear.
Marvio, if you gotta say something, do it now.
And they tentatively come closer to you, but they're more in a defensive position.
I put my hand up and say, "There's no need for that. We mean you no harm."
Says the man with the thumb in his hand.
We were. It's not an orc's thumb. It's a giant's thumb.
Oh well. Maybe I shouldn't have brought in the head.
Too late.
Well, as
Too
they
late.
see the head, they seem to be going into some kind of argument. One points at it and you don't really understand. But one of them points with his weapons at you. The other seems.
I pull out my throwing axe and I have the head in front, and I said,
Yeah.
and I point with the axe on this. Marvio, go and do what you want to do. You're the man of the words.
I I look at him like cockeyed a little bit, and like, all right. I step up and I say, we were tricked into attacking a small group of your men on the road or on the pathway up here. We have already dealt with the person who had tricked us of that, and we are here to make amends.
Burkai will come up next to you and start to translate. He will make many big gestures with it, and a couple of them seem to be becoming firstly a bit smaller. Like, you know, they lower their positions a bit. The two that stand up front start also to speak. They say they want to hear what we have to say.
Yeah. Simply put, we are very sorry this has happened, and do I roll fast talk?
Never say you're sorry.
Who's
So,
weak? Exactly, that's why I'm holding the fucking hand. No sign of weakness. They're not civilized people, really. No offense.
Okay.
They
We
respect
killed
strength.
men, and we would
Well, say to
and
them,
we
not,
would like to
Don't hurt the humans in the inn, or this will happen to you.
Francois, you can do a
Yes.
perception check.
yes. And I think I don't know, perception. Maybe.
we have 8 men here, and these 8
I got it.
men are fairly well armed and well trained,
I
and
did.
better
Okay.
armed than you. We do not want you to bother the inn anymore. Or any of the inns up along this path, up along the river.
Burkai,
Do I roll?
well, let's do fast talk, and you do
I have
get.
to rely on his fast talk skills?
Well, let me just give a quick look to a sheet. There, Mario. There are talents.
Oh yeah, my fast talk is 10.
Yeah, I think there's nothing better. No, and the rest doesn't really fit. Okay. So you also get a bonus of 5, even though it's translated.
All right. I got 2, 14, and 18. 2 is first. Fast talk is shit. Where is it?
Courage, intuition, charisma.
Thank you. Okay. 2 for courage. I'm charisma is at 14, so it's at it's at the stat, and 18 for intuition. That's 12, 876. So yeah, I make it with 4 over even without the +5.
Okay.
Okay. So
I turn over to the clearing and shout at the orc I just saw. Stop there, or I'll shoot through your throat, even if you don't understand me.
okay, he seems to at least just now notice you. He gets a bit startled, and he doesn't really put the bow down, but moves a bit backwards and to the side so that he's more in the woods.
Well, I keep looking at it.
Meanwhile, the both of the two orcs that have stood out front, they seem to be again arguing with each other. One points at Marbio. The other points at the head. And then it seems that there comes a moment of silence between them, and then one of them takes a swing with his blade at the other, and they start fighting
With each other?
with each other.
Okay.
I keep the sneaking orc.
That's what I was hoping was going to happen.
I lean over.
I have my throwing axe in my hand, so if they start attacking us, so I'm guessing there is a fight over the leadership right now, because one wants to attack and one wants to work with us. So let's hope the guy who wins is the guy that wants to work with us, but let's not interfere here, because this is some fight for the leadership right now.
I keep aiming at the
I
sneaking
turn
orc.
over to Bork and what are they saying?
One said, "You are very powerful. You slew Giant. You slew Marduk, their leader." The other said, "Because you slew Marduk, they should take revenge."
I see.
I heard nothing.
So now those two are fighting, right? To see who
Yeah.
the winner will be in the right. And that's what the village will do.
Yeah. So the one with the blade has the clear advantage. The other one has a spear, and he's far too close to the other to actually do anything. And after a few swings, he tries to bring his spear between himself and the blade, but the spear even gets cut in half. And after a short while, he lies on the ground, and the other one drives his blade through the chest of his opponent. He
Okay.
stands up with his bloodied blade.
I look at Orkai. Is this the guy that wants to work with us? That thought we were strong? Or is this the guy that wants to revenge?
He is the one who fears Giant's Thump.
Okay.
I nod and
He takes his bloodied sword and puts it into the ground.
I pull out my sword and I stick it into the ground too.
Is the sneaking orc still there?
He's still there. He seems to be a bit confused. You saw that he also looked over at the fight and apparently thought about shooting into the fight. Now he Well, let's see how clever he is.
Okay.
Okay. He apparently has decided to shoot at Marbury, you would say.
I shoot at him.
Okay.
Bastard. And I
Let's-
miss.
Let's let's do an. Oh, you miss. Okay, so initiative is not that important.
Do I see it? Do I see him?
No, you are looking at the campsite, so this happens mostly in your back.
Okay, then I
Oh,
don't see it.
okay.
Okay, because then I would have tried to throw my
I
throwing
don't
axe at
see
it.
it. If I don't see it, I'm going to do something specific. I'm going to quickly try and keep my composure, even if it hits me.
Okay. Well, it doesn't. What you notice is that an arrow flies right next to you, between you two. You can do a what is it? Self-control roll.
It's not courage.
No, not courage.
Selbstbeherrschung.
There's
Yeah,
body.
yeah.
Because
be
there's
that.
there's Selbstbeherrschung and
Yeah, nee,
Körperbeherrschung.
it's Selbstbeherrschung.
Okay, yeah.
Is it the body control?
No,
No,
not-
that's Körperbeherrschung.
that's body control is mostly athletics, and self-control, or no, it's willpower. Right, willpower.
Ah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
That works. I only got 3 in it, but better that than nothing. 10, 2, and 17. Ooh. 10 goes to 10 goes to courage, which is 11. So I make my courage. Let's see. What was it? Willpower. Constitution is 2, so I make my Constitution, and 17 is
Strength.
strength. 12, 7, 6, 5. I miss it by 2.
Okay, so you almost don't flinch. You probably still give it a momentarily look, which well, let's see how he does. Your opponent doesn't flinch in the least. But he still doesn't move any further to you, and he makes an arm gesture downwards at the shooter. So he makes a gesture like this.
I think that was a nervous shot.
I turn around and I look at it.
Too nervous.
No, yes, mine too.
Graf did the right thing here.
And I ask, is there anything I should do to conclude this?
Well, not well. You explain to him terms of surrender.
Terms of surrender. You leave this place, and these people on the up the river, and keep them and never return.
And I put down the head, and just so you don't forget, here's the head of your former leader. And I put it down. I don't throw it, I put it down.
Okay. Yeah, so Borkai starts to translate, speaking really loud, so that he can be heard in the entire encampment. Some of them you've have the feeling get smaller by his words, and they now know. They will go.
I nod.
I put away my throwing axe now.
I pull my sword out and put it back in my sheath.
Since my leader is doing that, I put down my bow.
Okay.
There's no need to fight anymore today. So we
Then
we should head back now.
Question technical. In the quiver, how much arrows does it carry?
They usually sold with 20 arrows. So
Okay, so I'm in. I got 19 now.
right, you restocked in Thorwall, right?
Yeah, I was full in top.
on the way back, I take the chainmail from the orc and see if it hold it up to me and see if it would fit all right.
It
Well,
was pretty melted.
What's your constitution strength?
My strength is 12 and my constitution is 10. So it's
Okay.
probably pretty big on me.
Well,
It's pretty big on you, and you also notice that parts of the of this chainmail have been melted together, so that it's in places more of a brittle plate than chainmail.
you don't need this, Marv. You've just bought yourself a toad's hide in Torwall. It's the best thing Torwallian could sell you. You don't need that crap.
Hey, I'm always in the lookout for better advantage in some way.
Well,
And then I just leave it. And I was just justifying my looking for it.
Okay.
Also lying here
It would make you slow anyway.
is the weapon of the leader, which was a war axe. So if anyone's interested in that.
Nope.
I've got my weapon.
Okay.
A war axe, is it a two-handed one?
No. It's just...
Well, okay, I'll take that. I'll sell it eventually, or something.
Okay. Okay. Then
If it's a one-handed one, I could have it as an alternative. So
it is a one-handed. It just has a bigger blade. It's a bit old, you would say, a bit rusty. So maybe it won't be as good as
I put it in my.
a
I
good
put it
crafted one, but
Yeah, but I put it in my backpack anyway as like a backup weapon.
Okay.
If I lose my
So-
other one, or
you stuff the handle in your backpack so the blade still looks outside. Well, I don't find it right now. Well,
we can deal with the stats later. I just
Yeah.
wrote in the orc one-handed war axe, so
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
let's just do it
Okay.
later because I'm gonna use my Scrya,
Yeah.
and I don't have dual wielding, and I use a shield, so I will only use it if I really am desperate. If the Scrya breaks or if I lose it or something.
Okay. Well, you get back to the tavern, I presume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Ulrich is outside, holding a pitchfork, and is behind the blocks that you made, the defenses. and looks over to the woods where you come out, and seems to be relax a bit after you've come out. So what has happened?
They agreed to scatter. They will no longer require any money.
Yep.
What? They will leave us alone, or
Yes,
just like
they will.
that?
We intimidated them well enough, and there was an argument between them. There was two people. One wanted to work with us, one wanted to fight us. Luckily, the guy who wanted to work with us, he won the fight. So, and thanks to Marvio's good diplomatic talking, and we had also some show of force with the thumb and the head. It worked out.
Well, maybe then this will not be as
Maybe you'll make some money.
maybe. Well, maybe then working
How is
here
the
might
old
actually
man
pay
doing?
off.
How is the old man doing?
I heard. He's still sleeping, but he at least doesn't sweat that much anymore.
I should go check on him. And Mavon goes inside the inn and goes upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, when you get to Alvarez, you see his wife at his side, but she's seemingly just knitting and watching over him, and he seems to be just deeply sleeping. When you check him up, you don't get you don't get a very strong heartbeat, but at least it's very steady. And well, he seems to be just sleeping.
I'm waiting at the bottom of the steps for.
Has he been in this condition?
Sorry,
Has he been like this for a while? Has he been like this for a while, woman? Has he been resting peacefully like this?
Since the morning when I woke up, he has been like this, yes? Is this a good sign?
I'm sure he will recover fine. Yes, it is a very good sign. He will recover fine.
Thank you. Someone else wanted to say something? I think it was Chris, right?
Yes, I said I wanted to wait for Mavon by the door and ask him how
Okay.
he's doing. Hey, Mavon, when Mavon leaves and I say, how is he doing? How long do you think he's going to be?
He's doing well. He's recovering as well as he can for someone of his age.
So any longer?
Having such a traumatic event happen.
Yeah.
It depends on how long he stays asleep. If he wakes up soon, then he will recover sooner. I'm a bit worried about his prolonged sleep, but other than that, he'd be fine.
Well, we'll stay until he gets a little bit better, and then we'll leave post haste.
I think
I would rather leave soon. This place is dirty.
We need to leave sooner because our mission requires it. We've done we have secured the place. I think we should get some rest and maybe already leave tomorrow.
Alright. I'll talk
Yes,
to
I would
Edric.
prefer to leave soon. It has a bad feeling.
I almost called the stable boy Adric. Also Aldrich.
He's no Doctor Who character, no.
Well, if he was Adric, we'd probably have him killed all. But, yeah, I'll ask him, you think you can handle this on your own? We have kind of wasted a lot of time here.
Well, I think I can at least do for a while until he gets better, and then I will see. Could you maybe, when you go to Fex Care, ask if Karina could come over to help us a bit?
Hmm.
Your
You think
friend,
she's over
the one who came with the orc. He knows where she is.
I nod and I say, yes, I will deliver that message.
Thank you.
Oh, no, it's nothing. And, you know, we get our stuff ready, and, what time of day is it?
Well, by now it's probably just around noon. So if you wanted to make a power walk, you probably could get to the next inn by midnight.
Yeah, we're staying. But we're getting all our stuff ready. We're gonna leave at, like, you know, first light. So don't drink too much.
Just want to finish my job, guys. I don't have for long.
Okay, Gruff, we need a good night's sleep. They can fix the roof themselves.
Well, okay.
It's still early.
We have succeeded. Okay, maybe before we go to... As long as he's not doing it when we are sleeping, I don't care. Wait, sorry. That's what I tell the Gruff. As long as you finish before we go to sleep, I'm fine with it. I don't know about the others, but I'm fine with it.
I'll be finished before that, and if you want me to go faster, well, come up here and help me.
Fine, then I help you. I go up and help him. It gets done. Might as well.
So all the while you're with me, I talk about
From one of the
technical
rooms.
stuff. Yeah. And
while this is going on, with the people who are not fixing the roof, I try and just see, I curry the opinions of the people, like, my traveling companions. I ask them how they think this is going so far. Okay, we know that you're hammering on. You don't have to add sound effects.
Sometimes you hear at some point me screaming, "Ow, my bloody thumb! Ow!"
Yeah, when you speak with Halmar, I think this will make a very good first act for the saga.
Oh.
I will start to write down as much as I can today in the evening.
I nod, and it's like, well, I hope we're making it interesting for you. And then I give him a smile.
When you go to speak to Detroit, well, I think this was a splendid turn of events, considering how we started into the situation. When I was in Manadistan and had to deal with the mountain barbarians, I certainly didn't do as well as far as diplomacy goes. By this point, I would probably be on the run. So, I'm very happy.
Yeah, it's coming in a lot. The diplomacy angle is coming in a lot more than I thought it would. I figured in the woods I wouldn't have that many chances to be diplomatic. Then again, we aren't in the Orklands themselves yet, or at least not the greater.
Well, I think the roots of civilization go deeper in almost all who are able to speak, even the orcs. So this is probably a sign that the gods have set the world upright.
Out of character, I always thought that the orcs in the Dark Eye were more intelligent usually. They were not just these.
Well, not in the public imagination.
Well, but from the writings and from the lore, like they were not. They always said don't underestimate the orcs because they're smarter than you think, and you know, so that's usually what the gist. Now it depends how the M's play them. You know, if they just use them as the standard cannon fodder, then sure.
They were just outcasts.
Well, maybe that's why they were.
Marbio is not a learned person of any part of the north. I'm pretty much a street rat from Horasia, so I'm really out of my element here. I didn't think that I'd even be able to speak to them because they spoke a different language. It's not a matter of me being me thinking like they're not smart or anything, but. And I figured that even after getting Borkai, even if I got some form of translation, it would probably hamper my abilities some.
So Kondar, you see that roof? It was not a Tarwalian-made roof. It's not solid enough. I know it's not our mission, but if I had time, I would redo all the roof.
I didn't know you were that into making roofs.
Oh, yeah, well, before being a hunter, I used to build houses in my community.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I have heard that the Thorwallian way of house making is quite different from how they do it down in the Middle Kingdom, or even more south.
Yeah. We do things solid. Oh yeah, with lots of pride.
Well, they don't have as much wind as we have, or other things to worry about, or as much cold.
Yeah. Exactly.
You heard from one of the windows. We lived very much differently in the woods.
Yeah,
we've bent to nature to assist us instead of doing it.
Well, not everyone has that luxury.
Agreed.
Magic is not as common with the elves, with the humans, as it is with the elves. So we have to most often rely on our physical brute strength usually and our ingenuity.
Yeah, and it works. So good work, Kandar. We repaired the roof, so at least that room, where I was sleeping, won't be wet in the next rain.
Yep.
You
Be
sure to stay there when you come back.
Yeah, I will ask for this room.
If I would get some, if for some reason I couldn't do warfare anymore, roofing might be something.
Yeah.
Hey, Gruff, it would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Would be definitely safer. Although by the high houses you could fall down if you're clumsy.
No. Well.
Or too drunk.
No. Well, I have built houses with a couple of premium fire and ale under my belt, and well, those houses still hold today. I guess because I haven't saw them since a long time. And by talking about drinking, let's do that.
Now you're talking my language.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you find
Of
Ux
course.
again at the bar and pouring ale.
I joined them too.
I joined them, but I'm not. I don't. I try to limit my drinkings because I know I have to get up early.
Okay, I put 2 silvers on the counter and drink as much as I can with for that price.
Okay. So, you have a nice festive evening, and when you sleep, or rather when you wake in the next morning, for everyone who has still points to regenerate, do your rolls.
I'm at full
1d6,
health.
right?
It's 1d6 for each.
Okay, 3, so that puts me at full.
Okay. Tim? Tim, you there?
So I rolled a 2 for my health. Yeah. Can you hear?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I rolled 2 for my health, so that puts me up. I'm still 3 shy, and I rolled a 5 for my astral energy.
Okay, you can do a constitution roll. If you make that, you get 1 more health, and in intuition roll, if you make that, you get 1 more astral energy.
Let's see, my constitution is 10, so that's kind of a 50-50. No, I didn't make that.
Okay.
And intuition, that's 11. I didn't make that one either.
Okay.
I'll try to I try to build my missing arrow because I have bow building.
Okay, then, well, let's say you've gathered some wood on the way back.
Yeah.
I
roll?
You roll, and it's a simple test, so no modifications to it.
Okay, well, I won't have an arrow tonight.
Okay.
So that's okay. I can live with that. I try at the next stop.
Yeah. You had to redo the feathering.
And it didn't work. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I threw it up. So well.
Okay. So in the next morning, you get up and make. No, not that.
You see me looking at one of the wall with like that. One of the wall outside.
Starting to think about building again. So
Mavon actually gets up before first light, and he's just out in the woods, meditating and clearing his mind.
Okay. So after another day's walk, you come up at the next inn.
Yeah.
And there you can have a nice evening.
Yeah.
Karina will be happy to hear from Ulrich.
Oh yeah. Yes. And well, okay. I I do lots of jokes about their honeymoon.
Well, she doesn't seem to be too happy about that, but other than that. Well, and after a couple of more days on the road in varying inns, you will finally get to Fexcare. And I will just look for a map. Well, you at least you come across a few fields that are in front of the city, and you find also that the city is surrounded by a wall, rather than being an open city like Thorwall.
A wooden wall?
No, it's a stone wall. It's
Okay.
actually a pretty strong battlement. You can see from where you are that there's also a stone bridge over the Bodier, the river, which is carrying very low water, and you can see that there are some ships on the river, but they are on the ground, so they have not enough water to actually swim.
Oh.
Remembering what was said about Fexcare, I put my jacket on loosely over my over the toad skin, and
Okay.
put my coin purse inside an inner pocket in my jacket.
Okay. Damn it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. That's so. Let me just look. Okay, here. Yeah. Have this one. And here we have Fexcare. You come down here where you can see the one, which is the Thorvalian Gate. Everyone can see that. Okay. So, as you enter, you are on this place, rather you get up to the gate, and a couple of guards stand there. Hi, hello. Do you have anything for customs?
Not really.
No.
Not really, so you have something.
Well, I meant to say no.
Well, at least you don't have any animals and no carts, so it will be 1 silver per person.
1 silver just to enter a city?
You cannot stay outside if you want.
Human nature.
Okay.
I don't have the. I don't want to haggle or
9,
barter.
7, 6,
I just take out the silver and here you go.
I've got. Okay. Cleverness, intuition, and charisma. 9. Yeah, I got cleverness and my intuition. Yeah, that's under there, and charisma. It's 2 off, so yeah, with 10 points in human nature, I make it.
Okay. He seems to be very confident in his in asking them for the money, and you don't recognize any signs of him trying to exaggerate or lie about it.
Okay.
Okay, so I pull out the 2 silver and I give it to him,
2?
or
It's
1 silver, sorry.
Yeah.
I have a money question.
Yeah.
Our pay we should have from this mission. Did we have it yet, or we'll have it
No.
at the end?
You didn't. The payment is given to you after the mission. What you were given was a travel fund, which was of, I believe, 30 ducats, which was given to Marvio.
So I look at Marbio. I spend my last silvers in the last inn.
Well, I've got enough for the rest of us. Anybody else need? Anybody else not have any
Well,
silver?
well, mostly all hands will go up, even if a bit reluctant.
Okay.
So
I just give them like 2 ducats and say multiple
Okay.
fruits.
okay. So each and everyone gets 2 ducats, and you subtract 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I give them 2
Right.
ducats for the whole group, and just tell them, you
I see.
know, remember
I think
me
it-
for when we come back
Yeah,
through.
I think 1 ducat should be enough.
Yeah,
because-
one ducat is enough.
Okay, I'll do 1 then.
That's like 10 silver, so...
I thought you
We
would
should
give
probably get
every-
some change back too.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9. Yeah, you get 1 silver back.
Okay.
Okay. After that, you enter through the somewhat overdimensioned gate into a, well, it's not best smelling city you've ever been in. You can tell that even here.
That was worth the silver.
Behind the gate is firstly a place with apparently an inn directly next to the gate, and I'll have to look that one up. I don't know how at the moment. Well, anyway, and a big street that goes along the river with warehouses.
What time of day is it now?
You have come maybe halfway between noon and the evening. So you still have a couple of hours before you should lie down, but you also are quite tired from the journey here.
Let's find a tavern and a place to sleep.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Let's try to not make it a 2 CD tavern. I still want to have my items when I wake up.
So.
I'm not saying 5-star anything here, but you know what I mean.
I'm pretty sure there isn't a 5-star here.
I'm sure, Marbu, you will find us a fine place to live since you know how to your way around cities.
Yeah. Speaking of that, do I have to roll anything to find a tout?
A what? A
Like
towel?
streetwise?
Kind of
A tout.
streetwise.
No, like
A tavern.
somebody who shows you around the city.
Well, you would, to get a general idea of the situation, you will have to do a streetwise roll, which basically involves you going to a tavern to speak to a couple of people.
Isn't it carouse or something like that? No.
Okay,
Carouse would be if he drank drank much and would find out if he gets drunk or not.
Okay.
So, what did you do?
Cleverness 12, and then that's 4. Intuition 12 against 16. Ooh. Well, I got 7 anyway, and
Okay.
charisma 14 against 17. So 12, 14, 15, 16, and then 14, or 15, 16, 17. Oh, I missed it by 1. Or no, I got it. 7. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you enter the tavern next to the gate, the so-called Wild Bow Deer. Inside, you find a cozy little place with glass windows, warm fire, and a couple of people sitting in one of the corners of the room, laughing, drinking, and a dwarf behind the bar. I'm Taigin, son of Tarf. What can I do for you?
We're pretty much going to stay and lodge for the night, and perhaps have a drink or two.
And some food, too.
I'm sorry, but I don't offer sleeping places. I can only drink and eat beer.
Do you know a place where we could lay our heads after drinking here? That you could recommend?
Well, there's the Grey Seneschal. That's somewhat up the road. You could sleep there. That's mostly for cart drivers, but they probably will take you in. We didn't get much as far as traffic goes the last few weeks.
Okay, sounds about right. Well, let's fill our bellies up with food and drink, and then go to sleep to that place.
I like to hear the sound of that. What can I bring you for food?
What is the specialty of your place? What is something that people like here in Fexcare?
Well, we are a very open town to the world. Everything we can get from everywhere else, which is a specialty there, you can get here. Maybe it's a bit not as good as there, but next to the best.
Well, bring us some meats and bring on fire here. Well, I can say that I don't pay, but he's the one who's paying. I point Marvio.
Well, I'll probably have a glass of wine with my dinner, and is there what's?
I'll have some meat. I made myself.
Sorry, Chris, I didn't hear the last.
Oh, me or him?
Chris.
Do you have any suggestions as far as the food goes? Anything that's cheap and filling?
Well, my stew is quite good.
Oh, I'll have a bowl of that.
I'll have a bowl of that too, and I'll have a.
May I ask what it?
Can I have some smoked bacon in that stew? And,
No problem.
And some mead.
No problem.
Anything for the
May I
elf?
ask what's in the stew?
Well, as far as meat goes, there's hare.
I like hare.
May I ask what's in the stew?
I said, there's hare.
It's a rabbit stew. Well,
Oh,
Yeah,
rabbit.
not
I was thinking you meant hair, like hair.
you know, not beard, hair. You know.
Do you want to insult me? I don't cook with hare. Maybe you.
I am sorry,
I'll do that.
did not know.
Good dwarf, sir. It was a simple
Do you
misunderstanding.
happen to have any root stew?
I didn't get the last. Sorry.
Do you happen to have any root stew? Do you happen to have any root stew
Well, you're not the first.
made from roots, vegetables?
You're not the first one with pointy ears to walk in here and to disrespect my food. So I know what to give you. I will give you some bread and some
I
some
honestly
yogurt.
meant no disrespect.
Yeah. I'll send bread, yogurt, and a bit of cut vegetable. Maybe carrots or something. Well, Tim has gone, I believe.
He's gonna take his
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, he's eating the carrots and the yogurt.
Yeah.
He got to another table because he's disgusted by our hairs too.
Right.
The hair.
Yeah, that hair.
Tim, you back? Tim? Okay, maybe as I see it's already 7 o'clock, at least for me.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are coming close to the time. Maybe this would be a good time to stop it.
It's a good place, you know. Got to the inn, so
Yeah.
Just a question to the group before ending. While we're on FexCare, maybe it would be time to check if there's any records or library to check upon, if we can get some information, if they have something about what is, upper north.
right. We can deal with this the next session. I think that's
Well,
like
yeah, of course.
going and,
Yeah.
and investigating in Fex Care is gonna be the next session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, I have my own agenda here.
Yeah. At least that's what I'm guessing. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually kind of wanting to move on as soon as, I don't want to spend too long in pet care. Since
No,
we
well,
already wasted time.
Well, we know what we're searching for. If we're searching for something, I don't think it would be very long.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean,
Well, we have some skilled scholars who can make this research. Maven is one of them, I guess. And well, what is the name?
Detroit.
Detroit, yeah.
It's called.
Okay. That's fine for me.
Okay. So, any comments outside of the game?
No.
it was interesting. I mean, with the orc encounter, it could have gone both ways.
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't have been a slaughter if we failed, but at the same time, I was pretty confident because
We had arguments.
Yeah, I think we would have done well because as far as they described their gear and everything, they had maybe 2 extra people, but they
yeah.
anyway, yeah. Okay, guys, I gotta actually go now.
Yeah.
So it was fun. See you next Monday.
See you next
And
week.
yeah, it was
See you
fun.
next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, next week. Yes.
See you next week.
Bye bye.
See.